Welcome back, here with another layout update to discuss some landform work that I did in the corner between Federal Boulevard and 12th Avenue West. So we'll go through that real quick. Enjoy the show. For this layout update, we'll look at how I made the landforms on the west side of the Federal Boulevard overpass. I started with the parts on the inside of the tracks, as I did not have to remove this section from the layout to do the work. I made some blocks out of 2-inch foam insulation board, which were supported underneath by small bits and strips of 3/4-inch plywood. I also used cardstock taken from a beer carton to establish a creek bed, since I had to deviate a bit from the original plywood shape I had installed earlier. After initial carving, I used some Great Stuff foam to fill any gaps, part of which accidentally dried in the shape of a jalapeno pepper. Great stuff indeed. Now, once that was all dried and shaped, I covered everything with plaster cloth. Then I assembled and installed a stone culvert from Woodland Scenics, even using part of the box it came in as a tunnel wall. A bit of Sculptamold locked this part into place, and then I was ready to take the module out and get to work on the other side. More foam was carved and sanded to make some basic forms, and again coated with some plaster cloth. I'm sure some might consider this part unnecessary, but I like the extra durability over plain raw foam, and frankly I feel a bit better about blending plaster-based details like the culvert with another plaster-based surface. As I went through this, I made sure to patch any areas that were still open in the creek bed, as I don't want anything leaking out when it comes time to pour the water. Part of this also involves sealing the culvert, but this can be done from underneath the module, so I'll cover that when we get to that part. More Sculptamold was used to blend things in and make some small embankments for the creek bed. Now I have to make some wooden abutments for the bridge and add a bit of land detail around the trestle bends. Then I can start painting the area and prepping for scenery. I also have a lot of paving to do on this module, as the 12th Avenue street running scene is just west of all of this. I don't know about anyone else, but in making this I found myself getting a bit lost in this tiny corner of the layout. So much so that if a train were running slow enough, or even held up for a few minutes at this location, it would be very effective at separating Sanchez Park from the neighborhood along 12th Avenue. It seems like there's a lot more inside that 3.5 square feet than there really should be, and when the scenery is complete, it will be quite a contrast to the more developed areas that bracket it. If it works, I can chalk it up as another kind of magic trick that we modelers try to use to make our railroads seem larger than they are. Until then, I have some fences to build, so see you next time. Alrighty, so that covers it for this particular layout update. I know these are a little short. The next one's not going to be much longer, but it will have some bonus footage on that one. After that, we'll start working more on the Atlas Metals project. So, see you next time.